Good afternoon YouTube, and welcome to my end of July layout update. There's been a lot of changes on the layout. As you can see, this is the first one. This was really the secondary station. I've decided to turn it into the main station. It's going to be the main passenger station because it's big, it's bold, it's got canopies, I'm going to fit lighting to it. It's going to be the mainline station for the layout, and the reason is that I wasn't happy with the terminus station at the other end of the layout. I've decided to change it, and I'll now show you what I'm changing it to. This is what the other station now looks like. It's effectively a building site really. I've ripped out the station there, ripped out a platform here, so it's only going to be a 2-platform. Put an extra siding in there, put another 2 sidings in there. What I'm going to have over here is a beach with sand and sea for the summer. This is effectively going to be a summer station really. Focus. I've ripped the tracks out of this area here. I wasn't sure what to put in here really, so what I did, I went onto Twitter and basically put a poll up. Now Twitter is ideal if you want information for model railways. It's possibly the best source I've gone to. Hashtag Twitter Model Rail Group, which is TMRG UK. Lots of decent people on there, good people that point you in the right direction without criticising, without complaining. Best place to go to in my opinion. And what they suggested was bus stations, pubs, racetracks, and what won the poll was a pub. I'm going to put a pub on here. I don't know which end the pub's going to be, pub and beer garden, but what I'm going to have to do is link the pub and link this side to the station and the beach. So I'm going to have to scratch build a footbridge that crosses 4 tracks and then goes down to the station. What I prefer, to be honest, is cross the 4 tracks, the station, the track the other side, and drop straight down onto the beach. So if passengers want to use the station, they've got to go to the beach side and come back. Just to be awkward really, just like most councils and BR back in the day were. Not a lot's happened to the rest of the layout. I've redone that. What I'm initially going to do is, I'm not happy with this side. I can convincingly keep the warehouses, have them as like fisheries warehouses. I'm going to rip that building out and possibly build a motorway from here that will go straight across and disappear there. And then that gives a good scenic break from the warehouses to the hillside, because this just doesn't go for me, to be honest. I've moved the derelict signal box there. The time I'm modelling is when all the signal boxes were starting to close, like Eastbourne closed for instance, and was took over by 3 bridges, and effectively that's what's happened here. So you can have the mainline station there. So for instance, 2 hourly trains to London, one will come down here, run into the station, perform a service back. The second one, an hour, will come in here, traverse into the siding, then back to the station to make the service. Because from there to there will be the main line, and then there's just be a secondary main line. These sidings, I haven't really decided what to do. I'm thinking of putting an old depot on there and having it like rented out for the Southern Electric Group, which is an excuse to put my green HAL on. I can say it's preserved and they're doing it up. Keep the departmental units around here. Thinking of getting rid of the scrap line. It was a good idea, but it doesn't really go with the southern region. You know, 2 class 45s and 2 eastern based carriages. The only thing southern is the 33, and that's an old Lima one. And that model really doesn't cut up the standard now these days, unfortunately. The next thing to discuss is the 3 new locos to the fleet. The first one is 37514 in rail freight metals. Now this is not going to stay like this. This loco I've decided I'm going to change. It's going to be petroleum 375, and to be honest, after vast research involving the Twitter group, I found one 37.5 that was allocated to Immingham, which was in petroleum, and that is 37521, which I'm now going to convert. It was based at Cardiff on the 7th of the 7th 91 in petroleum. It was transferred to Immingham on the 14th of the 7th 91 in petroleum, but then it went back to Cardiff the 18th of the 8th 91, still petroleum. So it is something I'm going to convert. I'm going to have fun getting the metal decals off and putting the petroleum ones on. I've got some petroleum ones, I just hope they're the same size. They should be. It's a very good loco, Bachmann loco, does the job. And now the next loco. The next loco is this gorgeous Ralph 8 37032 Tinsley machine. Absolutely gorgeous, this loco. Wanted it since it was first announced. Gorgeous loco. Application of liveries applied well. It is slightly weathered. It's a really light weathering. It's the same Bachmann factory weathering, so I'm going to have to remove it and put my own weathering on, because in real life these Ralph 8 locos are a little bit dirtier than this. The weathering doesn't quite stand up, but it is an absolutely gorgeous loco. As of yet though, I can't run the 3 new locos I've got because I've got no chips for them yet, but this will be one of the first locos I run. Absolutely gorgeous. Look around it. The headlight at the front, the middle headlight. I think it's the only loco I've got with a middle headlight. I haven't fitted the pipework yet. Don't normally do that until after it's chipped. Absolute stunner of a loco. Now on to my third loco. And this is the third loco to the fleet. Ralph 8 General's livery. Now this was quite a rare livery, and this loco is quite elusive, because I've seen certain pictures of it with the yellowed out ends, I've seen pictures with the black out ends. There's records of it, of locations. It was transferred to Immingham the 24th of the 12th 1989, and then bizarrely it was allocated to the East Coast Main Line Intercity Fleet at Immingham. 1989 it was in the DCFA pool, 26th to the 11th. It was at Stratford at 1987 to 1989, so this livery potentially could have been applied at Stratford. There's no record when or where this livery was applied, and it wasn't on the locomotive for a long time before it was took off, because it was at Tinsley between 1989 and 1989 base. It was only there for a year before it transferred to Immingham. So it'd be interesting to find out where the location of the application of the livery was applied to it. It's a gorgeous loco. It's one of the Kerno special ones. Not weathered yet. I will be weathering it, giving it a running. As yet, unfortunately, there's no chips, so you can't see it running. But it really is a gorgeous 37. You got the numbers on the front. I recommend this loco to anybody. Absolute stunning loco. What you see before you now is the Bachmann 47-301. It's been weathered. It's not a new loco, not weathered by me. And I'm just showing this basically to do with the announcement that Heljan have announced that they're going to release a batch of newly tooled 47s. Now, I am thinking of getting one, but if it's anything like the older tubbier Heljan 47s, I won't be. Heljan have got to do it right, because to be honest, I don't think there's much wrong with this model. So if they can get anything close to Bachmann's model, it'll be good. But am I going to replace me Bachmann's with the new Heljans? Unlikely. Even if they are up to the standard or even better, I will get them, and they can run alongside. But I think there will be issues with the Heljan 47 since Heljan have announced the peak class 45 that they've released, a lot of people have come out and said there are things slightly wrong with it, that it's not up to standard again, that it's going down the same path as the old 47. So if they get it right with the new 47, a lot of modelers will be happy, but I can't see people rushing out to sell their Bachmann 47s to replace them with the Heljan 47s. It is a good idea. They're great motors, nice motors, as long as you've got decent decoders. Hornby own the Hattons one, I wouldn't recommend using with them. Lays DCC are probably the best decoders. Most of my units are Lays DCC, and the Heljans absolutely love them. None are blown up. So yeah, I'm a bit on the fence with the Heljan, to be honest. Heljan 47. I just think the Bachmann is good. I think they do need to redo it, but I don't think they will. And one final thing, if anybody says a message basically saying, why have you got the locos on the layout and they're not chipped, I haven't got the power on at the minute, so there's no danger to them blowing up or anything. Just thought I'd put that in there before I get messages. And that's it from this update. I will be doing a video of this section of how I'm doing the pub and the beach. Probably won't be ready till October when it's fully done, but it's something I'm going to film and put on YouTube. And that's it from me. See you next time.